Hey friends, it's Terri Gaines, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. In this video, I'm going to share some product with a suite that I created that's in Stampin' Up's January through April 2026 mini catalog. The product I used for the samples are from the Easter Joy Suite Collection. With the Suite Collection, there is one code number that's going to get you everything in the suite, or you can purchase the items separately. There is a bundle, a stamp set and dies bundled for a 10% savings if you get them together with the bundled code number, or you can order them separately. The first part of the video, I'm just going to showcase this beautiful product, and then I'm going to show you some samples that I created using the product. So the embellishments in the suite are really pretty. There's some Easter eggs, some circles, and they are the Easter assortment adhesive back. So they're going to be fun to embellish your cards. We have this balmy blue 1/4-inch gingham ribbon. It's very soft. It's going to be very versatile, and you get 10 yards in the spool. There's two specialty papers. The first one is this Pleasant Patterns. It's 12 by 12. I just have a 2-inch strip here. And I'm not sure if you can see that it's got this foil kind of embellishment on them. So you have one 12 by 12 sheet, two each of the 3 different designs, so 6 all together. One is got these beautiful flowers on it. You've got some diagonal stripes, and then you've got this pattern. And it is a thicker, printed only on one side paper. And so that's in the suite of product. And then I did cut my other package of the designer series paper. It's the Easter Joy 12 by 12 specialty paper, 2 each of the 6 double-sided designs, and they are 12 by 12 in size. So one print is this on one side and this background on the other side. I do want to let you know this side, this front side here, does have some foil elements to it. It is kind of a matted glossy, not totally glossy, but kind of like a photo matte finish on it, and it is thick, perfect for boxes. So that's the back side. Then you have this Easter egg print, and that's the back side. You have this print, that's the back side. This print, that's the back side, and this print, and that's the back side. So I cut these down to be a little sampler that I could showcase the paper. That was 5 of the different designs. This is the 6th print. You get 2 each of these, so there are 6 4 by 6 pieces here, and I'm going to show you 6 different cards that I created using these 6 elements, and this is the back side of that paper. Before I show you the cards, I want to talk about the bundle. I have been having fun creating with this, and I'm looking forward to creating more projects with it and sharing tutorials, the how-to tutorials. The stamp set has 12 images. You have, or 12 stamps. You have all of these images that can be cut out with the dies, plus you have these sentiments. There are 15 dies in the die set. So along with cutting out these images, you have a basket die. You have one die that will cut out these 8 strips that you can weave into the basket, a little fancy border for the basket, and some grass you could tuck in the basket or use for other things, flower elements, and a cute bow. So that is the product, and I am going to show you some samples. So the first 3 samples I'm going to show you, I'm going to kind of show you how or what I use for them, but I'm also going to let you know that I use the catalog for my inspiration. I thought that this would be perfect to use for inspiration. And the beauty of a sample is you can change the size of the sample. Like if this is a box, you can change it into a card, but you can change the papers up. So let's look at this sample first. That was my inspiration for this card. So this one, I used the gingham ribbon on the side. They have the gingham ribbon like a layer. For my background layer, I used basic white cardstock, and then I used an embossing folder that's also, I believe it's in the mini catalog. I'm pretty sure it is. Some of the product that's new is the online exclusives. It's all in a row embossing folder. I don't know if you can see, you've got little squares. It kind of looks like a quilt pattern to me. So versatile. You got flowers, stripes, and polka dots. And it is what I use for the background here. And then I stamped all of my images in smoky slate to get a soft, subtle design and colored them in with Stampin' Blends and just made a subtle design. But this was my inspiration. I left the sentiment off. I decided I just wanted it like that. It can be used for many different occasions. So that was my first card. And then I used this for inspiration and I created this card. So I used the same embossing folder for my background instead of designer series paper. Excuse me. Same colors for my baskets. I put a bow on each one of them, granny apple green for the grass. And then I have the little chicks and the Easter eggs in both baskets and stamped Happy Easter. So that was my inspiration. And this card was also an inspiration. And I kind of used this as my inspiration, how I started out, but I decided to fill the basket with just flowers. So I have stamped the flower image. So this flower right here, I just turned it sideways and stamped just that top flower all the way around, sponged some color on it. The embossing folder I use for this sample is called Lovely Stripes. It is in an online exclusive. So you have these really detailed stripes that are kind of polka dot stripes and really defined stripes. Another subtle and great embossing folder to use. And then I put a iridescent pearl in front or in the center of each of those. I die cut the flowers. Now the basket is die cut from crumb cake two-tone cardstock. So I die cut the basket die from the dark side. Then I flipped it over and die cut this from the light side. That way I could weave my basket with the light side and get the two-tone. And I cut the bow out of the two-tone as well. So that was so fun to create, but this was my inspiration. And I also wanted to use these two samples, but you know what? I ran out of time. But before I show you the next samples, I want to show you how I wove the basket. So the thing about this is the more you use it, the more you get experience and get ideas. So you have these cuts here. I have 5 strips in this. So this top one is on the top, underneath, on the top, underneath, and on the top. I am going to do a video tutorial, but if you want to start this before I share my video tutorial, after I made several cards for a swap, I realized that if you want to do that, you can run 2 of them at a time. So run 2 of your strips over, under, and then separate them. Then move them to the top and to the bottom. And then you can take 2 more. This is if you're going to put 5 through there. And you could also die cut these in multiple different colors and have multiple different colors run through here. Then go under, over, and under, over, get the idea. And then you can, I'm going to just pretend I did that all the way over. Then you can move those down and up. And at any point you could stop and say, you know what, I like my basket like that. But if you want that 5th one in, then you can take this last one and go over, under, and weave that in. Just to give you a little tip. I am going to show video tutorials, but I just have that tip that I wanted to share. So these are 3 cards I've created using the catalog samples for my inspiration. And then that designer series paper, I told you that it is thicker and it's really cardstock weight. So the first 5 cards I'm going to show you, I use this designer series paper. So I made a card out of each one of these, the same layout, and then the dies I used are also in the mini catalog. They are, where did I put those dies? I just had them here. Oh, here they are. These are part of another suite. These are beautifully celebrated dies. I use these dies for these elements. So I created just a simple fun fold out of a 6x6, so I can get 4 per sheet. And I use those elements for the inside and for the outside, and it's just showcasing the front and the back of those designer series paper. It is cardstock weight, and it is an easy way to use to create a card showcasing the front and the back of the paper. So I created one each of those 5 different prints, and as I mentioned, this is 6 by 5.5. I said 6x6, but this is 6 and this is 5.5. So those are still, you're able to get 4 per 12 by 12 sheet, and you get 2 each of those in the packet. Now the last 6 cards I have to share with you are what I created from this packet. I cut this at 6 inches to separate these, and then I cut them down to be their 4x6 size. And let's show you these 2 here first. They're kind of a scene, a design, you know, a decorative scene. So what I did was I cut, let's look at this one first because it's up here. I cut this to be, let's see, do I have a ruler handy? I will put these measurements on my blog post. So that is 2 3/4. So this is cut at 2 3/4. And then the remaining piece is put on the inside, so it overlaps a 1/2 inch there. So this is 6 inches, and so you have the overlap there, and then I put a label. So this is a great way to use this. So that's for that card. And I did the same thing for this other one that's a scene. And I just think they're perfect just as they are. And this is where you can sign the card. Now that's those 2. Now these other 2 are rotated this way. So I cut them down to be 5.5. For example, for this one, I cut a little bit off the bottom, a little bit off the top to get the height at 5.5. And that is this card. So it's on a basic white cardstock, and you have a little bit of space on both sides. And then this next one, I did the very same thing. I do want to let you know it's not totally glossy. It's a matte type glossy, but if you stamp on it, if you use StazOn, it will dry faster. But if you use our Stampin' Up inks, do give it plenty of time. I thought it was dry, and I went like that. It was not dry. So I kept this card to be a learning lesson. Give it lots of time to dry. You can visually tell. When you visually think it's dry, give it even longer. So I thought this was dry, but it wasn't dry. So that's what I did with those 2 prints. And then for this print, I did the same thing. I cut it at 5.5, placed it on a Shy Shamrock cardstock. I stamped a bunny and colored it in with blends and attached the bunny to that card. And then, so I fill these 2 in, and the last one, I did the same thing, and I stamped, and I fussy cut around these. Even though you can die cut them, I took some of the white space off, and I attached the 2 bunnies there. And that is my 6th card. I hope you enjoyed this quick video just to showcase some of the cards that I made with this suite of product. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me. If you do not have a demonstrator and are interested in any of these products, I will have a link to my online store of all the product I used in these samples. Just click on the link, it'll take you to my online store, and you'll get all the details about the product on the online store. Reach out if you have any questions. Take care and happy creating.